Okay, I do want to make a couple more notes. Sorry about that. Firstly with this, there's we pass a lot through the graphene filter here, or the collisions as they happen, and there's a lot of reactions. At this speed, they would be both CERN, Large Hadron Collider, and the new Large Hadron Collider that they got pumped out. Okay, X, Y, and Z. This one, that one, I could see it from CERN. They knew some of the information. It was checked off and verified. V at the top, Higgs. They're looking for dark matter particles and things like that. But really, it's again in the reaction between them. I mean, they're making collisions at this, here a very standard model. I mean, obviously it's going to have hydrogen against hydrogen, white and black. I mean, this does symbolize a chess game. You just here in the second order, it's a very deep chess game comparatively to the third order. We're in reactions and graphene mountain backs out the backside of the mountain here on what they represent. Now again, let me I should be able to tell, like, I need something. I need this type of material for the action that I want it to do, and the Hadron Collider is what gives you that reaction, and you can only really get there by ramping up the particles at that speed, and the costs are real high on that. They're going to have a very low output to who can use the alien spacecraft or whatever. And what is the goals, and is it efficient at that field rate to be able to do that? And again, I have problems with the reactor technology and putting in a car, because I think you have a quantum limit that you're not really functioning correctly. I mean, it's like, all right, so you get it done. You know what I mean? F-16, damn, it's nice in the murder raptor, but it tightens things down for what it is. Get your workforce in line. You know what I mean? I'll take China. Fuck China, come in here, Red Dawn, and Russia. They come in because they want me. So when you quantify it like that, I mean, I could see at the military level and some of those other levels where that's practical. But again, when it comes down to the technology, you have lots of safety officers, managerial training, MSHA, militia, right? Militia, MSHA, for what that masonry is going to be doing, how you're training and applicating the civilian, the church. It's a real psychological thing, costs and lines, and a lot of that stuff where really a lot of people have a problem understanding the carbon footprint to that relation into the next step, which carbon to uranium-235 going to get pretty radioactive, man. That Geiger counter is going to be going off. And that's that particle you create in that state, and it's a dark matter particle, it's a dark energy particle, it's quirky, it hits this strange matter, it starts to turn everything else into strange matter, how it affects timelines and systems. But they're still in physics. We adjust them by limits and systems and the entropy of that, because physics is limits. Day-night cycle, gravity, day 12, night 12, 24 hours in a day, they're both one. It doesn't matter which one you go, military or civilian. That's that P1 to P2, K's after this, compositions, and so on and so forth, and those are those reactions. And, and certainly in this level, we apply that. And I imagine somewhere's in chemistry. But again, show me where. It's like, I know there's a need for that. I need that type right here. That's what I learned from the science, and so that's why I apply it here. And it also has free radiance and how they apply, so you would see that effect over there. Oh, I see that number, that makes sense on the floor. There was that limit. It's some little thing, fill in the gap, M1, M2, a chessboard of any topology. It's not just the Death Contract Gambit, it's military's topo map. You got scales, right? Scales, potentials, and kinetics for the bow. I mean, there's a lot of that stuff to go in there, but a lot of that's still going to be the 0 and 1. I mean, contractually, they got the devil on the side. Contractually, I mean, what I'm saying? What would those notes really reference to? A timeline, to chemistry? It should do that. It's going to result in a crash in chemistry, and are you really compensating that XYZ correlation and movements of raptors versus MiGs and things like that as consideration here in timelines? The football game and how things actually look in that stage. So, and here we're obviously not in the second order, which is the first. We know it's physics of this form. Now we're trying to get these MiGs to, by topology or scale and some X, Y, and Z, become these murder raptors on this side of it. And whether they're on the same team or different teams, you know, it applies entropy in that form, so that way you can, you know, oh, I have time to learn there. That's a +1. I can add something to that that's going to compensate on the calculus of this local MG at the top. So, yeah, catch you on the next one. Yeah, figure out what they want, and like then make it. If you can't do that, and here's all these collisions, and you never needed it.